Hey everybody, it's Sean here bringing you another how-to video. Today we're going to remove the front wheel on a 2022 Honda Grom or MSX125 motorcycle. This video should apply to other Grom generations and model years as well. The 2022 happens to be the RR or third generation Grom. So let's take a look at what we need here. First off, we're going to need something to get the front wheel off the ground. I've got a Pitbull front stand here that is my tried and true front stand. I've been using their products since 2016 with great luck. I'm not affiliated with them, by the way. It's just a good product that I've used and had a lot of success with. So I'm going to use that. You can use a jack stand or other things like that to try to get your Grom off the ground. But let's take a look at what else we need. I've got two 3/8 drive ratchets here with a 19mm and a 14mm socket. Optional things could be some vehicle grease here. I've got some high temp Valvoline grease that's never let me down, just to grease that axle when we have it off. I also have a 3/8 torque wrench here, just to make sure we get that front axle nut the right torque. And I've got a breaker bar in case that front axle nut is really stuck. So let's take a look at the bike now. While the bike is on the ground, so with the front wheel on the ground, we're gonna loosen up this front axle. This side is your 14mm, that's the axle side. And then on the axle nut side, we've got our 19mm. And so you wanna loosen that up while the bike is still on the ground. Okay, now with that axle nut nice and loose, you can lift the front wheel off the ground. Now we can go ahead and remove the front brake caliper from the Grom. Now on some bikes you don't need to remove the caliper, especially on a bike with a single rotor like this. But on the Grom we do, because we can't clear the space here. It's such a small, it's just a 12-inch wheel. We can't clear the space and remove the wheel without first removing the brake caliper. So I happen to have Brembo brakes here. You're gonna just use your 12mm socket and go like that to remove the brake caliper. I have these Brembo brakes with a special spacer or caliper mount there. So I'm actually gonna use a 6mm hex key and remove those two Allen bolts. But you could, like I said, if you have the stock setup, you can simply use the 12mm socket to remove both of these, and then you can carefully pull the brake caliper out and away. I do have a zip tie just holding it kind of loosely here, just so that it's not being suspended fully by the brake line and this ABS wheel sensor on the front. So not necessary. The brake line probably could do it, but I like to be kind of gentle on my parts, so I'm gonna have it suspended by this zip tie instead. So now we're ready to actually remove the front wheel. So we can go back around here, and I'm gonna just show you how I'm planning on do this. I'm gonna pull the front axle the rest of the way out, and at the same time I'm gonna support the front wheel and basically grab it so it doesn't just fall the second that axle comes out. But that should free us up to be able to fully remove this front wheel. Now, if you have these little wheel spacers fall, that's no big deal. It's very possible those could fall out as you remove that front axle. We'll put those back in when we go to reinstall the front wheel. As you can see, I've got the front axle removed and the front wheel is free. So I'm simply gonna slide it out from the motorcycle. Make sure both sides, your wheel spacers are out. If you're like me, you're removing the front wheel to replace the tires. I'm gonna put some sticky race tires on this thing, and I'm gonna go to a local shop to get that done. Local shops should be able to do it for you. Might charge you 20, 40 bucks a tire, something like that. But if you remove the front wheel yourself, it'll save you a couple bucks versus just dropping off the entire motorcycle. Now is also a good time to get our parts cleaned up. You can see the spacers have some grease and dust on them. Axle nut, sometimes these can get dirty over time. Mine's pretty good shape yet. with such low hours on this bike, but definitely want to clean the axle too. I'm just going to use one of these blue shop rags, and I'm going to wipe it down, get all these parts nice and clean, and then after that I'm going to use some of this Valvoline multi-vehicle grease, and I'm just going to take some and put a nice little film along this axle to help keep things lubricated. I've got the front wheel back from the shop with the new Mitas tire mounted. You can see I went with the Racing Soft. This is the Mitas MC35 S Racer 2.0. And again, I went with the Racing Soft version. They do make a variety of different compounds. This is primarily going to be a track bike. Still DOT legal, of course, with the Sipes. But you can see the profile of this tire. Much more aggressive than the stock V-rubber front tire here. I've got a nice little light layer of film grease on this front axle. The first thing I'm going to do is take the axle. I'm just going to kind of set it in place. I want to make sure it's not coming all the way through, just kind of resting there. That'll help us out later as we get the tire mounted. And then of course I'll need two hands, but I'm going to get this tire lifted up. Make sure you've got your wheel spacers in. Nice part about these wheel spacers on this Grom is that they are both the exact same size for the front wheel. So super nice. We can get this thing fitted up here. I'm just going to lift the wheel and slide that axle in enough that it grabs and can help hold the wheel in place. You can see I was able to get the axle started, and it's all the way through on both fork legs. Now with the wheel mounted, we can cut our zip tie and remount the brake caliper. One quick note is if you're really having a hard time fitting the rotor between the slot there, the opening between the pads, then one thing you can do is use your biggest flat blade screwdriver or some other large pry tool, and you can open those pads up a little bit. Don't do it if you don't need to, but if you're really fighting getting the pads over your rotor, that could be a trick that could help you out. So again, I'm just going to snip that zip tie and then reposition this caliper back over the rotor. With the caliper slid back over the rotor, you'll tighten up your mounting bolts. In my case, I've got these 6mm hex head bolts there, and here's the ones that are to the fork leg. It's the 12mm socket, 2 bolts right there and there. And I've got the Grom service manual here for brake caliper mounting bolts. You want to torque those to 22 pound-feet. With the caliper mounted and the bolts torqued, we can now hand thread the axle nut onto the axle. And then after that, we're going to drop the bike. And the front axle torque, according to the service manual, is going to be 40 pound-feet. So we're going to use our torque wrench and tighten that guy up to 40 pound-feet. And then we're wrapped up. Just like that, we've successfully removed and reinstalled the front wheel on a 3rd generation Grom. If you're looking for a similar video for the rear wheel, that is out there. Please like and subscribe on my channel. You can check out the other Grom videos I have, as well as videos for other bikes. Thanks for watching, everybody, and God bless.